Hey everybody, Rick Tremor Outdoors. Today we are down at Creation Speed and Sound in Langley, and I'm joined by my good friend Martin. How are you doing, Martin?
Good, Rick. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, buddy. Doing all right.
Good.
Excited about today. We've got the Putco Ford light up LED emblem we're putting on the Tremor here. I think it's going to be an amazing addition to the truck. I think it's going to make it look really cool on the front side. So it's going to take a bit of work. This isn't a 5-minute job by any means, and we're going to tear it all apart. Should be pretty straightforward, do you think?
Yep, I think so. There'll be some hidden clips and stuff that we've got to deal with, but we'll find those and show you how we did it.
Exactly. Okay, let's get at it.
All right.
All right, so obviously the first stage of doing this is going to be removing all of the little clips that Martin's doing there right now. We've got to get access to removing the actual components all around the grill to be able to take the grill off. So right now we're getting the clips off.
Well, the main part of the grill seems to be held in by, we've got 4 10 mil. Okay, we've got a few connections here that go up front for the front camera, squirter and whatnot. So we just got to, and the shutters that go behind the grill. So we're going to disconnect those things, get them out of the way so that we can pull the grill away.
What size are those bolts?
7 mil.
7 mil, 2 of them?
Yep, on each side, need to be taken off.
So we can get that front trim piece off, right?
Yep.
So there's a bunch of clips on here, and you got to use a little bit of pulling force.
So we've taken out our bolts that we're holding on the grill. We had the 3 across the top and the 2 on either side, 10 mil heads on them. And now on this particular model, the grill continues all the way around the headlight. There's some clips that attach it that just need a firm amount of pull outwards to get them to release. Just making sure not to pull too hard in the wrong spot and end up breaking the grill. Just like that.
It's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna.
There we go.
We'll just set her down on her face for now. That's how we're gonna work on it.
All right. There's your clips that go into the edge of the grill, which will cause you probably a little bit of concern when you're pulling on it because it doesn't look like it wants to come away, but they just pop right out. All right, so that was kind of sketchy.
Yep.
You know, when you're talking about a grill, that's not a $50 part to replace. So when you're pulling those out, make sure you've got all your clips out, all the bolts, but then you're going to need to really have 2 people, I think, to do it properly, to pull that grill off so that you don't break or scratch or do any damage. We got it done though.
Yep, absolutely. Just making sure that you do a nice firm pull on that you don't flex it too hard to break it, and just work your way along the clips and it'll slowly release.
There we go. So Martin, now you're taking the louvers off?
I'm just opening up the louvers to see if we can get this emblem off of here, disconnect all the accessories on the back side of the emblem, and without removing this. If not, the next step will be to remove it so we can have full easy access to it. So I managed to unclip this, pull it down far enough, but I'm having trouble getting this to release. We need to get these pieces off to swap it all over. So I'm just gonna separate the vents from the grille to make easier access and easier to see what we're doing here. Okay, so to remove the shutters, we're gonna have to pop all these push clips out of here and undo some bolts on the back side. So first I'm gonna move these, but these are really firm and really tight in there. I'm using a plastic pry tool underneath my heavy duty pry tool just to try not to damage the plastic at all because they're quite firmly in there.
Okay, so this is on the underside. There's a bunch of clips to have to do on the underside as well. Are you having fun yet, Martin?
Loving every minute of it.
So those just clips together, eh?
Yeah, just a bunch of push clips to separate it.
I'm just holding this here for you so it doesn't...
Okay. Some 10 mil nuts on here, taken off. Okay, so we had to flip over our grill, remove this plastic piece that was used push clips to hang it on there. Then there's a bunch of press clips to release the lower part of the grill. So the grill's been released top and bottom, but we found one more screw right in the very middle center of the louvers back here. That's going to be an 8 mil. Remove that and the two will separate.
Okay.
After removing that 8 mil, it's now completely separated. Gives us full access to that emblem so we can make sure that everything goes back together nicely.
All right, so now what?
So now it appears we have enough access. I can undo these two torques to get the camera and the squirter out of the way. And then we're going to swap that over to the new emblem. So once I have the emblem out, this needs to be removed. Simply depressing here and then removing that. I've already taken some steps apart just to see how it came apart. Then you need to remove the 3 torque screws that hold it in place. Now you can remove this piece and the camera stays sitting there. Now the camera can be taken out. Next part of the step is they give you a new replacement, one of these caps for your squirter to clear the camera lens. It needs to be removed. So you just gently flex the plastic and pop that guy out of there. And then we'll do the same with the new one to pop it back in. So to put on this new cover that comes with the badge, we need to extend this out and hold it in place while we install this, just like that. And then there's some adjustment right here, so we can move that around and fine tune this cover. So once we'd installed the shutter, it was hanging a little bit open, had a gap, and wasn't quite smooth to the edge here. So I noticed that if I opened up this gap just a little bit more to allow this to set down, it makes it so that snaps into place really nice and sits just like it should. We just installed the 3 supplied studs that comes with it. Of course, they supply new nuts as well that we'll be using when we put it in. Just putting this all together, just got to route the harnesses back through the hole that they originally came through, and then of course clip them back into place onto the shutter, and then we'll assemble the 2 halves together.
Those are some beefy clips, eh?
Yeah, they have a good snap to them. All right, now let's get this into place.
So let's make sure that all of our clips are in place before we go to doing this. These are all lined up okay for you?
Yep.
Everything's okay on that side?
Yep, they're all in place.
All right.
I have a couple guide pins here. Will help direct this
right
to the
into
body
there.
here. Yep.
Okay.
Just make sure everything slides in nice.
Nothing's pinching here.
Yep, all the wires look good. Out of the way. We'll just start. All right, looks good. Yeah, it's great.
Geez, Martin, it almost looks like we know what we're doing.
Almost. Just look it over, make sure all the gaps are good before you put all the rest of your screws back in. But I think we're doing good.
So that's the bolts that we took off at the beginning?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, hang on, let me just get these all lined up.
Yep.
Oops, a couple there, okay. And then get this one and then that one.
It's a little looser for you there.
Yeah.
Beauty.
Just reattaching all the factory connections where they go. Remember to put the locking tab on this front connector. And then of course this is the one that's going to light up and we're going to wire that one in later. Okay, so we've got our wire that's run to the vehicle in behind the grille, run with the factory wires. This is the one that comes up from the Emblem to light it up. So we're going to connect these. Push this wire down and then we're going to zap strap it in place. And I'm leaving a bit of length back here so that if this grill ever comes off again, it's easy access just to connect it there, much like the factory ones here. I also added some loom to the factory wires that they supplied with us with this, just to protect it as we run it through the vehicle to our source.
So folks, we're doing a little bit of custom electrical wiring here because we already have some wires that Martin's working with here that were the initial install for the side vent lights. And we're going to tap into those because that will activate when it senses the key coming up to the truck. And then it runs with your daytime running lights and headlights and all the rest. So essentially, as soon as the truck's going, it's going, right? So this is what we're going to wire into. Instead of running it the traditional way in through the, I guess we would go through the firewall and then into the fuse panel. We're going to skip that step and do it this way. All right, everybody. So that was, I think, a relatively smooth installation. You know, we're doing the learning curve, Martin. You know, obviously we have to tread carefully. We don't want to break things. Parts are expensive to replace, especially factory ones. But I'm really pleased with the overall look of this thing now. The grille emblem is super bright, lights up. We did a little bit different wiring than what the manufacturer would have had us do, right?
Yeah, that's right. Because Brett had already installed the side lights, we had a source underneath the hood that was easy to access. So other people would just need to go right to the fuse box to get it to power up for them. But yeah, everything went really well. It's a bit of a learning curve here, but we got it sorted out, and hopefully that helps you guys.
Awesome. Listen, super excited. Putco, great product. I'll put the link down below. Check them out, and I'm looking forward to doing some more work with Putco down the road. We'll catch you on the next one, guys.
Thanks.